We finally had a day with a little bit of wind. Now actually looks quite strong. The forecast is picking up, and once again we're in this anticipation hoping mode. 32 to 41. If it's gonna happen, it looks like it will be today.
Welcome back to Lüderitz and the world record attempt. Today we'll finally get into a windy day with speeds over 50 knots, but first let's explore the town of Lüderitz a bit. Lüderitz is a small, windswept harbour town on Namibia's southern Atlantic coast, where the hot desert meets the cold Benguela Current. Founded in 1883, the settlement began as a remote trading post. When nearby diamond fields were discovered in the early 20th century, the region experienced a dramatic boom. Though over time the mines died down and much of the diamond rush era turned to history. Today Lüderitz is a surreal mix of German colonial architecture, Art Nouveau houses and narrow streets, a quiet, almost timeless town perched on granite cliffs, surviving by fishing, small-scale tourism and surrounded by raw nature. With the cold Atlantic bordering the hot desert, it's the perfect backdrop for the yearly speed world record attempt, with winds regularly blowing in excess of 50 knots. This year, however, an unusual weather pattern laid waste to all the wind around Lüderitz for 2 weeks, testing the patience of our speed team.
How did you sleep?
I was sleeping very good this night, actually. I was dreaming about fishing and wrestling and I don't know.
Snow?
Bullshit, no, just bullshit.
Powder?
But it was okay.
I was dreaming about Niki Lauda and Formula One, and I don't even watch Formula One.
You burned down the channel today.
Hopefully not like that.
Vincent is super nervous.
Vincent is not joining us. I think he's nervous. So
okay.
We leave him alone a bit this morning. Christian, what do you think will happen today?
I don't know. It all depends on the angle.
All right, let's have the best day so far.
Yes, getting
Hopefully.
ready.
So it's still 32 to 41. Tomorrow 30 to 38 can be actually also quite good, being the second day. And then it's probably it for the event. Maybe 29th, a little bit of wind. But really, if it's gonna happen, it looks like it will be today or tomorrow. Do you feel like talking to the camera a lot this morning?
Not really. Let's see what the condition will become. The forecast is good. Direction is a bit broad, but in this place you never know what you're gonna get. So let's wait for it and go with what we have.
All right, so finally, after a really long waiting period of, I think, more than 3 weeks now, we finally had a day with a little bit of wind, which felt really good. And yeah, it was around, what would you say?
Well, I would say the gusts were maybe up to 40 knots, but in my opinion, for sure not more.
No, I don't think it was more. So it was a good forecast, really good forecast. We was hoping for a really good, strong day, but in the end it turned out it was more like a good, really good training day. It could test all the gear that we have. So yeah, turned out a super nice day, but just not with records.
And maybe we can pick up on that, because we got on the last video a few comments that we're always waiting for conditions, and that I think someone wrote like windsurfing used to be fun, what has it come to? So maybe Heidi, you can explain why we are so picky about the conditions here, and if it is fun for us to sail in, let's say, the lower wind days.
First of all, I want to apologize. I mean, we are in Africa, it's sunny, it's warm, it's windy. So really, we are on the sunny side of life at the moment, and a lot of people are for sure jealous. But a shitty wind in a world record attempt or a shitty day in a world record attempt means just we had not enough of wind. Because to beat the world record in speed windsurfing, we really need, let's say, for example, 45 to 55 to 60 knots of wind. The women not so much. I think 45 to 50 is quite okay. But for example, you guys, the bigger and heavier guys, for sure need more wind to really get the speeds, right?
Yeah, because the channel is really deep downwind, so we need a lot more power than when you go half wind or in La Palms. That's more half wind, so you can sail a bit with a smaller sail. But here the direction is so deep downwind. If you want to make it down the channel, you need already a lot of wind. And especially if you want to do runs over 50, 54, 53 knots, then you really need a lot of wind.
Heidi, how did you experience the day? Obviously, you're aiming for the world record in the women's division. Was the wind just not there, or how did you experience the day?
Well, I started quite good into this day. I expected much more wind, as we already mentioned, for sure. But I started quite well. I always need at the beginning of a day 2 or 3 runs just to get the confidence. And I did 4 or 5 runs, I think. I went over 43 knots average on 500, and I felt pretty good. And then I wanted to push a little bit more, but unfortunately I crashed at the end. Not too bad, but I couldn't get out of the front foot strap with my feet, and I cracked my feet. And I didn't want to focus on it, but it hurt really a lot. And when I stepped back into the starting area, I felt it, because I was not able anymore to jump. I couldn't bend anymore my feet. And, then it got seriously, means mentally. I took a little break just to breathe and to drink and to eat something, just to get out of it. I wanted to start again, but I just messed up every single start, and then I was really mentally somewhere else, and I couldn't get into the game anymore, really not.
Vincent, how was it for you?
For me, it started actually quite easy. I'm always trying to relax a little bit in the morning till I see the speeds coming up a little bit from some more riders. And then I try to jump as quickly as possible in the water. So then I started the day, I think, really late actually, because the wind was quite low, much lower than we expected, and that we had normally had when this forecast like this is. So that was a bit already strange. And then I just tried to do some runs, start with the big sail, with the 5.8 I started. And then because we never tried before the 5.6 in the channel, I was actually quite curious to try the 5.6 in the channel, to feel how it works and everything. So I wanted to have this in a good way, because normally the wind should pick up, and then you're already ready with the right equipment. So, but then in the end, it takes a while to do some more runs, and then you could see also on the live ranking that the speeds were going up. Like everyone was faster than the other one, so you were really pushing each other suddenly. And then I think we all did around 50. Then Antoine at the 51, so you had the priority, so you could always go in the channel earlier, so you could do a bit more runs. So it was a bit better. Managed to do after that still my fastest run, 50.5. Too bad we couldn't do more, because I think just the window that it was good was so short. So it was really that the people that were in this window, they could do really a good speed for the day, of course, not like world record speed. In the end, it was a super good training day, a super good day to know a lot about our gear, how it performs in the channel. So if there is a next windy day, then we will be ready.
Yeah, I think that's a bit the story of this year, that just the wind didn't really play along. And this day that we had, we thought could be record-breaking because the forecast was actually quite strong, but it turned out like, let's say, a normal day that usually you get in this time window of 4 weeks, maybe 5-6 days like this, and you can really tune your gear. So this we kind of experienced that we could really feel the gear in decent wind, but it was not enough to break records. But that being said, the event is not over. I know it's hard to keep the motivation when you feel like you have a day where the forecast really lines up and then it doesn't come through.
But wait quickly. Wait quickly, Niels, because we don't have to forget you, because you were the only one who did a personal best.
Actually,
at
yeah.
this day.
Yeah.
Tell us about your day.
Yeah, for me, I started early with you. I did 15 runs, I think, and I was on the 5.2, the LA, just the standard sail, no pre-production or anything. And yeah, how did the day go for me? I mean, I started with like not so fast runs, was like 42, 43, 44, and then slowly going up, like you guys said, that got fast only late in the day. And then I saw some good numbers by other people that, let's say, I have do similar speeds to me normally, and they did 47s, 48s, and I was still stuck at 45s, and I was like, come on, now focus. And then I kind of managed to focus. And yeah, then I did some good runs in the 47s and ended up with a new personal best of 47.5. I was really pushing for this 48 because I saw some peak speeds of 50 on the GPS, and that gave me confidence. But yeah, like you said also, that it was just super shifty and gusty, so I feel like I couldn't, and probably everyone felt you could not get the wind through the whole run. So yeah, cool day, but it's just an improvement of 0.14 knots from my previous record. Not really what I came for as well, because I set myself this 50 knot number, but for the day, I'm super happy with that speed actually. All right, now we're really focusing on the probably last chance to get some good speeds here, because the last weekend before the finish of the event now actually looks quite strong. The forecast is picking up, and once again we're in this anticipation, hoping mode that the forecast might even pick up a little bit more, or that it actually comes through this time. You never know, so you always have to be ready, and I think this testing day really helped us to know now what we're going to take, and to really attack on the last chance we get, and just looking forward to that.